Here I am, know it's been a while. I was in denial about my love. Here I stand, I know I walked away. Had to find the person I'd become.
So welcome back to the channel. We're back here in the garage with the Avon Searider. So on the previous episode, it's actually a really wet day as well today. It's absolutely chucking it down. So basically today, after the previous video, I did some further inspections to find out what the problem was, what caused this problem, and I found a simple thing. Basically, when I took the propeller off the previous gearbox, so as you may remember in the first video, the gearbox had a big split in it. I purchased a new gearbox from eBay. I then put it on, installed it, and I put everything like for like back onto the new gearbox. The propeller, the nuts, everything else, like for like. Job done. So we tested it, we run it, and we came back and we noticed the cream in the oil. The creamiest oil ever. In fact, it wasn't oil, it was a latte. So with the latte in the gearbox, it wasn't right. But what caused the problem? So I found some melted parts, which, as you know, I found this in the gearbox, which was obviously this is the oil seal. But it looked like one piece with some other bit attached to it. Now this was a spacer. So a little plastic spacer plus the oil seal. But what's happened is this spacer melted, welded itself to the oil seal, and then when I removed it on the previous video, I realized that it was actually two parts instead of one. So what caused the problem? Really, real simple. So when I bought the boat, I presumed everything was correct. I've swapped propeller and everything to this engine, and there was a part missing. And that part, schoolboy error, overlooked by me, because I'm just literally removing everything from one gearbox to the next gearbox. There was a thrust washer missing. So the thrust washer basically slides on the shaft, and that stops it from going right back into the oil seal. But what happened is I've had a plastic spacer on there, put the propeller on there. Without this, it's melted the plastic spacer, welded itself to the oil seal, caused it to fail, then we had the problem. So when you swap parts from one gearbox to the next gearbox, you presume that it was previously correct? Obviously not, because this was missing. I just basically took everything off like for like, slid it on the new gearbox, and the problem I had was this was missing. I've overlooked it, and that's caused the problem. So, two oil seals ordered, one for the front, one for the back. I replaced the both. They're not easy to get out. Well, the back one's not easy to get out. You're meant to dismantle the whole gearbox part. There's a special tool you need to do that. I'm going to try and do it a way where a bit of a hack. So hopefully I'll be able to show you that, and hopefully I successfully get it out. So, with all that being said, it's time to remove the gearbox. Okay, so I've now removed the gearbox. All I'm waiting for now is the two new oil seals to arrive. We can get the old oil seal out and replace it and put it back together. Okay, before we go any further, breakfast. So breakfast over, time to go and remove the oil seal. Okay, so I'm here in the workshop. What I've done, guys, this is the hack now. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to give it a go. What I've done is I've drilled 2 holes into the oil seal, and I've put 2 screws in it, self-tapping screws, and hopefully I can grip them and protected the shaft. I've protected the gearbox, of course, by wrapping it up, and I'm going to try and lift it out. I'm going to try and pull the oil seal out. So guys, really easy. I've got the 2 self-tappers, drilled 2 holes, pulled it in, and there you go, and the seal came out really easily. Need to check for any debris, any damage to the casing, just check everything over. It all looks pretty good. I'll give it a good clean, make sure I haven't scratched anywhere. Okay, as you've seen, it was really simple to get that out, but there's a couple of things I need to tell you about that, just a few things. When you try to get an oil seal out to replace it without using the proper Yamaha tool, which is about $200, the easiest option is obviously what I've done is I've just drilled 2 holes either side of the stainless steel oil seal, because obviously under the rubber stainless steel, I've drilled 2 small holes, put some screws in, used a pair of mold grips and a pair of pliers on the other side, and just lifted it out. It came out really easy, but what you have got to remember, guys, is one big thing. Really, you need to stay away from the shaft. If you scratch the shaft, of course, the seal's going to fail. So the trick is not to scratch the shaft. It doesn't matter so much if you scratch the aluminium casing side, because if you scratch the casing, basically on this side, if you scratch that casing, you can use some sort of sealants. I know it's going to make it pretty difficult to get it out on a, if you come to replace them again, but you can always fix this side. If you scratch the shaft side, the seal, of course, is never gonna seal against the shaft, so you'll just have a problem straight away. So, okay, so I'm still waiting on the oil seals arriving by post. They haven't arrived yet. As soon as they arrive, we'll put the new seals in. We'll get it built back up, and we'll test it out.
Here I am, know it's been a while. I was in denial about my love. Here I stand, I know I walked away. Had to find the person I'd become. You should go back home, go back home, go back home, go. It's been there all along. You should go back home, go back home, go back home, go. That's where you belong.
Okay, support boat in the water, gearbox back out the workshop, back in the back of the car. It's time to go home, see if the oil seals have arrived, and install them. So I got back home with the gearbox. Oil seals didn't arrive, so it looks like it's going to be tomorrow. So, listen guys, thanks for watching so far. Please, if you like what you've seen so far, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, smash that subscribe button. Oh, by the way, welcome Reggie to the vlog as well. So hey Reggie. Oh yes. Peace!